Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. What I'm talking about. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Come on, y'all.
And that ain't no crime. And that ain't no crime.
Cha-cha. Woo!
Hey. Hey.
What's up,
Hey.
y'all?
Up, y'all.
Hey. Hey.
Guess who's coming?
Hey.
Asparagus.
What is up? What is up?
What up?
This who's here is Gangstagrass.
Back on a Friday night from our various homes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, who I gotta call to get this Gorin Brothers sponsorship?
I imagine you have to call one of the Gorham brothers.
My new Gorin Brothers lid is so saucy. And I think
You know
should
what?
just be like, yo, dog, we need to just send you guys all hats and have you wear our hats all over the country.
Well,
I couldn't
just
even
to
argue with
put
that.
everybody on notice, we are going to have some
Yes.
pretty fly Gangstagrass hats
That's right. That's
coming
true.
up in a couple months from now to enjoy. They're going to be fly.
That will finally eradicate the shame I have. For a time, I was offered a Gorman Brothers hat, and I said no because I had all this hair and I didn't know what to do with the hat.
Get out. You don't turn down free Gorin Brothers hats.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, you could have asked Randy or Dolio to tell you
Yo, dog, you want a hat?
hair with your Gorin brother hat.
Yeah, we could have. We definitely would have.
Dolio, what do you do to wear hats?
I will go back in time and fix this.
First of all, Dolio, would you mind like turning your head 90 degrees so people know what I'm talking about?
What do you mean?
I
don't
yeah,
understand
really. I
what
don't
you
know.
mean.
I don't know what Dan's talking about. What is Dan talking about?
Turn my head 90 degrees for what? Oh,
Back
so
there,
they
man.
so they can see all of this.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what I'm talking about.
Boom! There
Like, you
it
don't,
is.
and the beauty of your hairstyle is that you don't see that. You don't have any idea.
He had no clue.
How about
No
this?
idea.
I'll just do it like this so people know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
It
fit
feels
like
very
a regular
Pippi
hat if you wear it
Longstocking.
down?
Yeah, actually, I can now. Once I started shaving the sides of my head, I could wear hats again, and I was ecstatic. It's like a black mullet.
I mean, you can call it that. I probably won't call it that, but you can. That's cool.
I've always wanted a mullet.
Be a great DJ name.
DJ Black.
DJ Black Mullet.
Bro, you're reminding me of I've been reading Corduroy to my kid at night, and it's a really fascinating text for close reading. One of the things that's interesting is you kind of get the sense that like he's only becoming sentient for the first time in this book, because he says stuff like, "Oh, this must be a mountain. I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain," but like he doesn't even know. You know, only at the end he's like, "Oh, I know I've wanted a home, and I know I've always wanted a friend, and all this stuff." But he's just like, is this something that I've always wanted? I don't know. So just Pharaoh saying like, I guess I've always wanted a mullet. Like, it's just early Corduroy as opposed to late Corduroy.
Yeah.
Corduroy.
Looks like Octavius is in the house.
Hey,
What's
Octavius.
up?
What up,
Oh, Batman.
Tony
Wait, what
in
is
the house.
corduroy? What is corduroy?
Oh
It's the
man,
pants.
It's a book
pants
with
that you
a-
wear, they go boop, boop, boop.
And it's a book with a teddy bear that's missing a strap because you
Oh
lost.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right.
And he lives in a department store.
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
then
yeah.
basically all
Yeah,
the action of the
now I
story is
remember
around
that. Yeah, okay.
at night. He's like, oh shoot,
Yeah.
I'm missing a button. I should go look for the button. So he goes around the department store,
Yeah,
gets up
I used
into
to read that
hijinks.
all the time to Amy. You're right. Okay.
And it's a good one, man. Like there's elements that you don't catch unless you're really sort of paying attention. Like Lisa brings him home, right? And Lisa is so happy to bring him home that she runs all the way up 5 flights of stairs, and you realize like, oh, so she's in a 5th floor walk up.
Mhm.
Like it gives you that, not in a way that like the character doesn't notice because she's just so happy, she's so excited, but like there's a lot there. I did not
Well,
realize.
also there's the negotiation at the beginning about the fact that they can't just buy corduroy.
Why
You
not?
have to, like, save up for them. So,
That's right.
you know, this is a book, and you know, props for corduroy. I don't know how long ago it was written, but
Like 54, dude.
yeah,
a
but
long
it's
time ago.
a children's book with black characters.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's like black, poor, female main character in a children's book. There's a lot more of those now, but
Yeah.
But
In '54, that was
Yeah.
like what?
Okay, sorry, 68, but still,
Yeah. Nonetheless. Yeah.
68.
yeah,
That's a long time ago.
Right.
I don't even know where that stacks up to. Like when was Snowy Day?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know, I'm gonna have to get my hands on that
62.
book.
Okay, so 62, but you know, similar era, definitely similar.
They was great.
Some of the
Yeah,
best.
Snowy Day. I remember that being like I remember seeing that when I was a kid. I was like, "Hey, that kid's black, huh?
You know what?
Interesting."
I'll
Yeah,
tell you
Snowy
what.
Day was 62.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this. I was today years old when I clicked on Ezra Jack Keats and saw that he is not black.
I guess that makes it today for me too.
Didn't know that.
Really? Because Ezra is a very old black man name.
You could definitely
It's
get
also
by
a
on
very
that, yes.
Jewish man name.
Yeah,
Yes,
like actually,
Polish,
I know I didn't.
Polish
I,
Jewish.
Yeah, I originally thought Ezra was a Jewish guy.
Yeah,
That
That's
would have been my
name.
guess.
Yeah.
it could have gone either way, but no, yeah.
While
Anyway.
we're on the subject, I would like to send a big shout out for everybody to be aware of Marley Diaz, a 13-year-old girl who started a nonprofit for sending out children's books with black characters, and collected like 16,000 books to send out to kids featuring black girl characters.
Nice.
So she's on the grind.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Very cool.
Hustle is real.
Hmm. I'll put a link in the chat.
Ooh, yes, please do.
Too.
Speaking of shout outs, I see Tanya's in the house. And
Yeah.
yep, we've got Brady over in the YouTube. Hi, Brady. Good evening. We have our official chip slinger in the house, Wrench, and you should know. So Wrench audio is always very voluminous, and it's because, correct me if I'm wrong, Wrench, you have tubes, right? Like you use stuff with actual like vacuum tubes.
I'll put this in so you guys can see my baby here. This is a tube microphone, and it's pretty sweet.
Is that why you sound like you're in a tube right now?
I'm in the tube right now, and I am in the intertubes as well, coming to you live through the intertubes.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, man! The internet is not just like a dump truck that you just put things into.
No, it's not a truck.
Like a series of tubes.
There's the tubes.
It's not a truck, but it's got dump like what?
Big Thomas
Alright.
in the house.
Yeah, Dan Thomas says like a tube top, which I think is probably the best metaphor for the internet
Yeah.
that you could have.
Farrah, you need to use incognito search, my
Full
friend.
of boobs.
First thing I was like, have y'all seen my searches?
No, I'm just saying when you search for that stuff, don't search for dumps on the internet.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Thank you,
That's
K.
the problem
Diesel.
right happen.
Thank you for rewarding us for our dump.
Yeah, is that the sound of people leaving?
And,
Feeling alive.
MP5 Kentucky gave out a subscription on Twitch.
Yes.
There should really be
Gave
like
out 5 subscriptions. Whoa.
nice.
Word.
Keeps going.
They
Keeps
played that card
going.
before.
What's up?
This is a thing. This is
Yeah.
no
I love
pattern behavior.
Who
Love to
Kentucky?
give subscriptions.
MP5. All right, it's going some more. Brent. Yeah. Brent, come on. What I'm talking about.
Oh,
But look,
Gazebo
let's-
DP. I thought it was Gaze Bod P, but I think it's Gazebo DP. Gazeboed P. Please clarify. Oh, Parish and Buffalo.
Yeah.
Getting it tonight. You know, y'all
Yo, what
know.
up, Paris?
Yes. Well, let's talk more about children's media. I know I've been recommending Wild Robot to you guys. I want to send that suggestion out to anybody with kids. The Wild Robot kicks ass. That's what I'm talking about right there.
All right, Melanated Amalgam family right there.
Oh, sweet.
Wait, who that was?
Melanated Amalgam.
Hey, what's up, girl?
Yeah.
And something I learned today, which is that The Croods 2 is an extremely strange movie.
What's the Croods?
Yo, the first one.
First one was already bizarre, but the second one definitely takes it up a notch. So it's an animated children's movie that seems to be about sort of like a Neanderthal family that lives in a cave and has is pre-Homo sapien, so they don't really figure out things much, and they live in a state of fear where their rules are like, don't
You're in the cave.
yeah,
till the
stay in the
sun
cave. Don't
sun
try
comes
anything new, and then they run into a kid who's like a next step up in evolution or something. But the thing is that this doesn't take place on Earth, because all of the habitats and animals that they run into are totally bizarre and are like some kind of hybrid, like a
Wait.
whale gator and a,
It's like tuna fish mixed with a
yeah.
kangaroo
And
or something.
I thought it was really. It's not on Earth. Really?
Well, I'm pretty sure that those animals were not actually part of the record of.
Because the first one, it felt like they were existing in the midst of like evolution, right? So like the planet was changing where they were was like the last part of like Pangea, and as the planet was changing, they had to escape from like it coming apart.
Yeah, that's part of the weird thing about it, is because parts of it make it feel like it's somehow like this historical context, but
Right.
then
But
the
really,
next
that
thing
happened
is
super slowly.
right. But the next thing is that they'll be like, they'll be fighting with what do you call it? Piranha-keets.
Okay.
That are like birds that swarm you and eat you down to the bones like in 5 seconds.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it's a very strange film. It's
Well, so
Yeah,
quick
it's like
question.
the Flintstones on an acid trip.
okay, so here's how we can tell whether it takes place on Earth or not. Does Jesus ride a dinosaur?
He totally would in this movie, but
Yeah,
when
yeah,
it
he
just
totally
be a
would.
dinosaur, it would be like half dinosaur and half house cat or
I
something.
love that you
Like
just took that and went.
It'd
Like,
be more
yeah,
like
he totally would. Yes.
Burrosaur or something.
Yes. So yeah, the Croods won. Like Dolio said, it's like the Flintstones on acid. Now the Croods 2, they like mixed it with shrooms and I don't know what else. I was thinking while watching this movie, like Cruise 2 is the movie to drop acid and watch, because that's just like, it's far out. Not to mention, it's just so weird. There's so much weird about the Cruise 2. I don't want to get into it because probably nobody watching has watched it. But I will say this. The climactic line of the movie, when the big danger is being defeated and everybody's finally okay, is, "That's not my real toe." That just gives you a hint of what's in store for you.
Didn't they use that in? I think I only saw it once. So
let's go back. Let's go back to early 2000s. Adam Sandler, probably the peak of his career, depending on who you ask. Does anybody remember a movie called Mr. Deeds?
Oh,
yeah, so it was a remake
obviously.
of.
I'm familiar with the fact that
Mr.
it
Deeds
exists.
Go to Washington.
And,
which I also haven't seen.
Yeah, John Turturro, some other people I don't remember. John McEnroe as himself. Anyway, yeah, and so Adam Sandler has like this horrific, like, gangrenous, necroticized black foot that he like uses to smash through the ice and save somebody. Anyway, that's what that made me think of. That's not even my real toe. Mr. Deeds, Adam Sandler, early 2000s.
Yeah, actually, my favorite part of that was John Turturro's character.
Oh, very sneaky.
Very sneaky.
He's the sneaky butler.
By the way, I have to say about Adam Sandler, I used to think it was so funny when I was younger, that I rewatched everything. I was like, I might have not been that bright, but I loved fun. I loved funny people. That was
we were all 12 once, right?
I did the same thing with Compound. It didn't work out. I'm so sad about that.
Wait, what?
Compound, you know
the fist?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Wait, is that the one
so
where?
terrible.
Hold on.
He's got the tongue face.
It was
what's
so
the one
bad.
I'm thinking of?
You're thinking
That's
of
the one
Kung
where they
Fu
have
Hustle.
like the little village, and then like everybody there is like the landlord and the landlady are like kung fu masters.
No, that's Kung Fu Hustle.
Kung Fu
That's
Hustle.
Kung Fu Hustle. Okay,
Which is-
that movie's amazing.
That's
That movie's amazing.
Yeah, I think Kung Pao was like one of the guys from earlier Saturday Night Live
Okay.
doing
All
a
right.
spoof of Enter the Dragon.
Okay.
Not
Was
to
that
be-
It was so terrible. Like,
Not to be confused with Shaolin Soccer, which is not to be confused with Bend It Like Beckham. Oh, and Wrench is muted. Oh, man, I'm waiting to hear what he has to say.
I was going to point out that Shaolin Soccer is actually the movie that the people that made Kung Fu Hustle made before that.
and actually,
very much-
Shaolin Soccer was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was a great one.
How have you all seen this movie? What are you even talking about?
I haven't.
How exactly do you think we would not have all seen a movie called Shaolin Soccer?
Right.
Nah, I
Yeah.
skipped that one. Definitely
Come
skipped
to
that one.
Planet Earth, Sleeves. It's kind of cool.
We do a thing sometimes, Sleeves. We sit down, we watch movies. I know you don't do it as much, and we've talked about this. That Sleeves is not. It takes a lot to really not just nail down Sleeves' interest, but sort of be worth her time and commitment to get through a movie, and I respect that. I really do. We were talking about this. There was like a movie recently where you watched it. It sounds so anticlimactic, but there was.
Which
You
is
watched Spaceballs the other day, right?
I did. I watched, but I've seen Spaceballs 700 times. So like 701 was just a
So
refresher
that's different,
course.
right? Because you know the movie and you're familiar with it. And we all do that. We all rewatch random crap that we've seen. But there was like a movie you hadn't seen.
That's
you
true.
watched.
So I think a couple friends have been trying to show them to me. Like Wrench tried to show me His Girl Friday, and I really wanted to see it and just could not keep my eyes open. Which is so sad. We'll try it again.
I think it was that we were actually trying to watch Meet John Doe.
Was it Meet John Doe? Wait,
Yeah.
no, I thought it was his. Oh, we were trying, and then I was
she
like, I
couldn't
can't
keep
keep
her
my
eyes
eyes open, so we tried His Girl Friday.
We did?
I don't know. I thought it was. Wasn't it His Girl Friday that we were watching? What is in the newsroom?
Nope, that's
I'm the worst.
they both take place in newsrooms, but that was Meet John Doe with the
This
newsroom.
clearly went really well.
Yep. I did. I have recommended His Girl Friday because that's an awesome movie
I
too.
do want to see that. I want to see
Wasn't
both
there
of
one
them.
that you actually did watch?
It was so there was okay, it was British. But like not complete. Simon Pegg. Does that mean anything to anybody? That's a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot Fuzz.
There was a town in the UK.
Hot Fuzz.
Yes, Hot Fuzz.
Was-
Yeah, good. Thank you. I didn't want to give any spoilers there.
Good. You haven't seen Shaun of the Dead then?
I haven't. See, the trouble with a lot of movies like that is if it's making fun of a genre, what are the odds that I've seen enough movies in that genre to even get it?
No.
Shaun of
It's
the
well
Dead
done.
though is hysterical.
It's well done.
Is it? I
That's pretty
believe
funny
it because Hot Fuzz was really awesome.
Yeah. And like, what is
enjoyed
Hot
it.
Fuzz even making fun of? Like the whole genre of like, I think it's making fun of actual British entertainment, like cozies,
Which
you
I
know,
do get.
murder mysteries, like that sort of genre of thing.
But
Which is
movie.
wild.
Adler?
What's that?
Adler?
Oh,
Was it
movies.
Adder? Black Adder? Black Adler?
Blackadder.
Adler.
Black
Black
Adler.
Adler.
Never stop saying Black Adler.
Yeah, that was. It's just all. There's Steven. There's Roscoe.
Yeah, Blackadder is Rowan Atkinson, Hugh Laurie. I've never seen it, but I know the cast because people always reference it.
Yeah.
That's
I watched it a bunch, but never got into it. I could just never get into it.
my dorm back in college had like the entire series on VHS.
Mhm.
The entire series
Hate
of Black
me.
Adder.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I watched the entire thing because
Julio, I want you to know, every time someone says the words "the entire series on VHS," I feel I just get one more little gray hair coming into my beard. I get a little like a year older every time somebody says all those words together.
yeah.
I- You know, I think everybody, like most of the people that are probably tuning in to us right now, are more on the
18 to
like
24?
millennials and up. So can I just say right now, the kids today have no idea what the struggles, because they're out here with their Type C adapters and chargers, and they don't know what it's like to try to get your USB to plug in and it won't fit, so you turn it over and the other way and it won't fit that way either. And then you turn it back the first way and it fits that time. Well, that's your brain. Because you're never gonna understand this shit.
Wrench, I'm gonna share with you information, and everybody at home who's sensitive, you want to mute this for like the next 2 minutes, or just look away or something. Just come right back, okay? Because you may not want to know this.
Look away. Look away.
You can't unknow the portentous information I'm about to bestow. So 2 minutes spoiler alert for reality. Okay, look away right now. So somebody invented a device. If you plug it into a USB-C one way, little green light. Plug it in the other way, little red light.
Good.
I'm so sorry, or to tell you, it seems like you like this information, so I'm glad to have shared it with you. Everyone else,
That's
I'm
just
really
my
sorry.
kind of jam.
There is a right and a wrong way to plug in even a Type C USB.
We have a problem with just like not
Interesting.
resources well in the world, and I get offended by this.
Wait, what?
Hey, what now?
Lean in. Get closer to your microphone.
I have a problem with the allocation of resources in the world right now.
Oh, sure.
I think that's. I think you guys need. I think you guys might need it. I'm of the younger generation. My question before we got into this was going to be, what's the special thing that you actually have on DVD or VHS? Because I have like 5. Everything else, I grew up pirating everything.
Scumbag.
I was given once. I was given once a DVD of Evil Dead 2 in a special case that looked like the Necronomicon, and it had like a 3D face on the front.
Wow.
That was tight.
Neat.
You don't get that. You don't get that experience on Netflix.
Yeah, mine is I have Hollywood Shuffle on DVD.
Nice.
Can
I actually bought the Man of Steel box set that's shaped like the S, and it has a little stand that you can put it on and everything. And I had it up for a while, but it's around here somewhere. Oh wait, no, it's right there.
So, I just want to get back to Pharaoh. You said you grew up pirating, and
Yeah.
You probably a lot of us here remember those commercials, the anti-piracy commercials, talking about you wouldn't download a car.
You wouldn't download a bear.
And I want to say that we live in an era of 3D printers and open source Creative Commons intellectual property, and I want to say I would
download a car. Yeah,
I would
right.
do it right now. I would do
Oh
it.
yeah, dare me.
Send me plans. Send me the car to download.
Funny is like, yeah, I've downloaded several things from my 3D printer.
And aren't you trying to make a car
Or boat.
or boat? Boat.
Well, both, but
A boat car.
the
Boat of car.
the boat is coming first. But
I mean, it's 3D printer. Like you could make it whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know.
We could
No
a duck
limits.
boat, duck driving boat. Well, so Dan,
No,
what's
no,
yours
I'm
from
staying-
Farrah's
Staying clear of them
question?
duck boats now, man.
we're staying clear of the duck boats here in Philly, especially.
Yeah. They are. Yeah, but I'm sure the one that you print will be good.
You know what I want though, Dolio? Can you design a duck boat stroller? Because I would love a stroller you could just push right into the water.
What?
Hopefully nobody.
And it would float. And it would float.
And
Importantly,
and
it would
floats.
float.
Come on.
That's an important last part of the sentence.
I love my kid. I love my kid.
That's where the sentence hit me. I'm like, wait. Roll that back? Okay. All right.
Duck boat
So
stroller.
Dandra, what do you have on VHS
Just,
or,
just remember,
or
your
DVD
son's
or
name is
some?
Henry, not Moses, right?
That's right.
He
That's
was
right.
asleep and was just like, excuse me?
He's not one of the. He's not one of the like flotational biblical figures that displaces water or is.
If his name was Noah, that would be pretty cool.
Let me see. I might have to like turn the backdrop off to do this.
2
Let me
copies of
see
all
here.
of his stuff. down
Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna take you on a journey. I'm gonna take you on a journey. Let me see if I can do this.
there. Uh-oh.
Take us on a journey.
It's a lot of like nerdy stuff. So like John
What did
Adams.
I say?
operas.
Doctor what?
Atomic.
Oh, Atomic.
Oh.
Okay.
I haven't actually watched it yet. I don't really like. You think you'd have time to watch a 2-hour movie? Like I don't have time to watch like a 4-hour operatic experience, but I will one day. All right, so
Yeah.
you got your. Oh,
You
it's way
think.
too dark down here, isn't it? Hold on. I got my phone flashlight. I'm gonna do this. I'm seriously gonna do this.
Welcome to our high production television experience,
Oh,
everybody.
wow.
My
Oh, look
Gears
at
of
that.
War 3 branded Xbox 360
You.
from a million years ago. Got that clock. You guys remember that clock?
Yep.
Gosh.
Everybody's got one. And so let's go downstairs. Here we go. So, I don't know if you see anything in particular,
All the Matrix? Damn.
Oh, the Godfather
All the
trilogy.
Matrix
Ouch.
including the Animatrix.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, you got it.
Iron Man 1 only.
Is that a statement or just a coincidence? Just happened that way.
Statement.
It's a statement.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the one that I always want to watch. You know how like Netflix has like not the good ones in trilogies, but then you want to watch the good ones and they're like, "Oh, no, you can't have that."
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Hugh Laurie, Pharaoh, I got the complete Jeeves and Wooster.
The complete
Oh, what?
Jeeves and Worcester. I've never heard of that, but it sounds
Yeah,
amazing.
man,
Oh,
Hugh
I know
Laurie
what
and
you're talking
Stephen
about.
Fry.
Oh, I bet
and-
that's so good.
It's extremely good. We'll watch it sometime.
Sounds great.
Complete Firefly, complete Invader Zim. Speaking of British shows and cartoons, the complete Danger Mouse.
Danger. I have
Nice.
Danger. I have the complete Danger Mouse too. Between here in Gangstagrass, we have 2 complete Danger Mouses.
So there's
Keeper
Leonard Bernstein.
tenfold.
Yeah, man.
Battery
We're
von
sliding into
Black.
the British mailbox, and then I've got Bourne Identity series, which is a great one.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of those, but I've heard good things.
Those are good. Those are
Yeah.
really
According to Ted Cruz, the CIA doesn't make them like that anymore.
terrible. Wow.
Yeah, we recently basically donated 90% of our DVD collection to charity.
See, this shelf you're seeing right here. This is
What's
basically
left?
all of it. Don't look at that. That's just Xbox 360 games. But this here, speaking of British mouse cartoons, right there,
Okay.
Okay.
the Great Mouse Detective. See the blue one?
Oh, okay.
Next to the Sonic
All right.
Hedgehog series.
Oh.
Okay, so that's
Wait.
an American hedgehog, and next to it is a British mouse. Great Mouse Detective is one of the better ones.
So
The Dark Knight.
You
I've
file
only
by
seen the-
category.
I've only seen the porn version.
Say what now?
Oh, wait, is that-
Mouse Detective?
Is that
That was
who's-
wild.
Is that Who Down Under? Who's Down Under?
It was the Great Mouse
And speaking
Detective.
of American mice
Yes,
that
yes,
go to
yes,
Australia,
yes.
Rescuers. Yeah, you see the
Rescuers
theme,
Down
right?
Under.
Cartoon mice or
Yes.
cartoon hedgehogs.
That is definitely.
Basically, my whole thing.
And The Godfather.
And
Tell
The
me it's the
Godfather.
mouse version.
Oh,
It's actually about a pizza place.
Street Fighter, underrated.
Really?
Seriously
Wait,
underrated.
the animated one or the live action one?
The live action one,
Wait,
underrated.
with Raul Julia?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Just
We
the
let
fact that
one.
was his last role, that
man.
still messes with me.
and a great one, really great one.
However, the soundtrack to Street Fighter is bananas. That soundtrack is so bonkers, dude. Yo.
And then, speaking of great soundtracks, we've got Porgy and Bess, we've got Prince of Egypt, and we've got Kubo. Kubo is one of my more recent
And
instant classics.
that was I'm so glad you turned me on to that movie. That was the bomb. That was
It's
the bomb.
exciting.
We've watched that like so many times.
Yeah, man.
Yo, you remember when that came out though? Dan was preaching the gospel of Kubo,
Lost my
guys.
shit.
I watched that movie solely on Dan's recommendation.
So did I, and it's hot though. It is definitely hot.
Yeah,
I don't give that out.
We
like
put the
candy,
projector
you know?
on and we
Yeah.
blasted that sucker on outside.
Yeah.
We're like, yo,
Yeah, what movie?
Kubo.
Kubo and the two strings or something.
Yeah, that's the one with the dog that kills people with rabies.
Oh yes.
Cujo with the 2 strings.
And all the way over on the side, last one, again, great music, great animation. This is the last Turner animated movie I think that they ever made. All the way over there is Cats Don't Dance. That
Wow.
one, I'll tell you this. I have
Uh-oh.
been playing for myself several of the songs from that movie, and I can't say why. You guys know why, but that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Cats don't dance.
Well, Gem 424242 in the Twitch is asking what everybody's favorite movie is.
Oh wait, hang on. I have a VHS.
Okay, let's hear that.
Ooh.
Mine is old daily shows from the early aughts.
Nice. That's good stuff.
Yeah, like the early
That's
Jon
classic.
Stewart. You know, the Fool Me Once. Shame on the like embroidered pillows. They're amazing. It's a
Yeah,
wonderful watch.
that early. And I was digging Craig Kilborn on Daily Show.
And I
I
never
thought he
saw
was
it
dope.
with him. Never once.
I thought he was really dope. And then Jon Stewart came in and just took it over. He
Yeah.
just owned that.
Yeah.
He Luther Vandross that show.
He really did. He really, really did.
I gotta try to show y'all the only VHS I have.
The only one. Oh, okay. So it must be very special.
While you're doing that, I can
Uh-oh.
very quickly answer the question about favorite movie because it still hasn't
Lo-
changed.
Louie Bluey.
Oh, wow!
This movie is hilarious. Louis Bluey. I love going to the Louis Bluey Fest too. Like, this guy is wonderful, and this is the guy that was just like, all right, I'll play fiddle.
Mine are all porn, so nobody wants to see that.
Pharaoh, you're reminding me of that story from Calvin and Hobbes that he's always asking to be read to him, the bedtime story.
Yeah.
You remember? Hamster Huey and the Gooey Kablooey.
Ah.
They should have made a spin-off of that.
Really should. I'm gonna look on the internet to see if someone has a real version of that story.
And I've got other DVDs, but this is the one that I was thinking of. If the rest of them left.
Oh, very cool. I still haven't seen that.
It's
We have
great.
to fix that.
I would
Yeah.
say that you love it, but I can't read you when it comes to movies.
So what is Sleeves' favorite movie?
Are you asking me or are you asking everyone else?
I'm asking Sleeves.
Jen in the Twitch is asking for everybody's favorite movie. So,
So we're starting with you.
So probably I would have to say all time 100% favorite movie I've partly modeled my life after is well it's maybe it's a tie. Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Weird Science.
mhm.
Nice. Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Going with the heavy '80s teen movies there.
Yeah, although that said, having watched Spaceballs again, that it might be Spaceball. I mean, they're all great.
You know, it's what I have a tie for my favorite movie too, and they're both like movies that came out like long before I was old enough to see them.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, same here, obviously.
And I still saw them, you know, probably when I was too young to watch them.
Yeah.
It's a cross between Time Bandits
Hey. Yeah.
and Ice Pirates.
Ice Pirates. Oh my God.
Ice Pirates. Yeah,
That's the movie with space herpes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It most
But, like,
certainly
that's-
is.
That was like when was the guy Bruce Valanche? I can't remember how to pronounce his last name, but he's like this famous. He was like the guy for writing comedy back then.
Mhm.
But he was like the guy that the comedy writers would hire to punch up their scripts. But he was like one of the key writers on Ice Pirates and one of the main characters, and it was just hilarious because the movie itself makes no sense.
None at all.
It's
That movie makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, it is ridiculous, but it will keep you laughing your ass off.
This movie synopsis is hard to read.
What, for Ice Pirates?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron should read it.
I can't. Let's see here. I mean, starts out good enough. Okay, we can bear with the first sentence. In a distant future, water is so scarce and rationed that it is considered an immensely valuable substance, both as a commodity and as a currency in ice cubes. Okay, all right. The Templars of Mithra, good, control the water, and they destroy worlds that have natural water, leaving the galaxy virtually dry. Pirates raid the ships and loot the ice. Discovers the beautiful princess. Pretending to be a monk to avoid slavery. Castration. Slave servants in the party. Killjoy's disguised as a robot. Yeah, okay. This is going to be good. It's going to be a good
Movie's
time.
insane.
Yo,
It's-
we're gonna watch this at our next retreat.
Thank you.
I'm
yes,
okay with
yes,
that.
please.
Totally okay with that.
That and Time Bandits.
Yeah. Well, based on Sleeves' two favorite movies named there, Weird Science and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and knowing Sleeves, this brings me back again to the fact that Sleeves really needs to see Real Genius. I think.
Yeah, you
Ah,
have to see
still
Real
hasn't seen
Genius.
that.
That movie
I
is
think that's probably
magnificent on
gonna
every level.
be a bullseye for Sleeves.
I have a question though about Ferris Bueller's Day Off, which is what character are you trying to model your life on? Is it Ferris, Cameron, Sloan, Charlie Sheen, Jennifer Grey, Rooney? Who else?
It's clearly Ferris. It's clearly Ferris because high school is dumb, and you know, and he created this whole thing where his parents would like peek in and think they saw him snoring and like rolling over in his bed. I mean, and then he turns up on a parade float. I just everything about that movie is so great. I don't know that I could like run that
My favorite
fast,
part of the movie is where everybody in high school is 28.
Actually, Ferris made a ton of money in the .com boom, like ridiculous amounts.
For sure.
Bill Gates.
Wendy in the Facebook chat said that Ferris Bueller's Day Off was filmed at the house across the street from where I grew up in LBC. Like, I want to please send me a picture. Like, that would be so cool.
So maybe this is just because I'm a '90s kid, but why hasn't anybody said a Goofy movie?
Yo, you 90s kids in that fucking Goofy movie, dog.
Okay.
Yo,
but have you seen it?
every one of y'all. I swear to God, y'all talk about that shit like it's fucking Citizen Kane, man. Like, I don't give a fuck about Citizen Kane,
Randy.
but every 90s kid I know is like, yo, a Goofy movie is the most
Yes.
perfect cinematic adventure
Yep.
that humans have ever made. And Jesus himself, if he came back, would have it renamed the Jesus movie because that's what we want his life to be like. Like, yo, y'all
Pharaoh
go
and I-
so hard for that movie.
Pharaoh and I are just nodding our heads because you're saying it, so we don't have to say it.
It's very
Yo,
good.
go so
In
hard
defense,
for that
it is-
movie.
it
That
is-
shit cracks
That
me
goes on the
up.
list.
It is a pretty good movie though.
That goes on the
It's
list.
dope. It was amusing. Yo, but I love how hard y'all go for that movie. That makes me very happy.
It's real, man. It's so
Y'all
real.
go real hard. Yo, somebody told me that Goofy was essentially me. They were like, yo, his single dad skills are so dope, and you're a goon. I was like, should I be offended?
No,
No.
that is the
I'm
highest
not
compliment.
sure.
No,
I was like, all right.
you
I
can
know.
imagine-
I know what will be all of our favorite movie if it is ever made into a movie, which is Spell Singer, Son of Spell Singer.
See, I was about to say, dog, I need to see a Spell Singer movie so bad. Bro. Oh my God.
It's only available as an audiobook right now, but somebody's got to do it.
The thing it reads like Harry Potter erotic fan fiction. I shit you not. It is amazing.
Yo, that thing is so bonkers. Reg, just give him the synopsis on the back.
I'll read the synopsis on the back.
This, by the way, we read this at a gas station, and it sold us, and we bought it.
Yes.
Yes, because this is how the story goes. Much to okay.
You can't even get to the part where he says
The
it.
first character that's mentioned in this synopsis is their name is Clothahump. So that's the first. Much to Clothahump the wizard's distress, ex-hippie John Tom and Talea's son Bunkin, his name is Bunkin, wants to be a questing hero but not a spell singer. Instead, he forms a band with Madge's kids, which are otters named Noctur and Squill. And the band creates a wild, unpredictable magic based on rap. Then an anteater arrives with rumors about a dangerous legend. Soon the young rappers, aided by a drunk rhino, are off on an odyssey to a fortress where evil sorcerers threaten the world and where only the unknown power of Bunkin's beat can stop the hordes of hideous hybrids.
Oh, the alliteration.
Did you read that? Because didn't they go on a Odyssey?
Oh,
An odyssey.
Speaking of crazy audiobooks,
Can't make it worse, man. You really can't.
Speaking of
You're right.
crazy audiobooks, so one I recently went through was this one by Logan Hunter. It's called "Witches Be Crazy."
Okay. What? Okay. Rated that.
Let's see if it has a synopsis.
Yo, you know how ready I am to have another kid just to name him John Tom?
Yeah.
What about Bunkin?
What about Bunkin?
Now, Bump can be the middle name.
What about Clothahump?
Right?
Nah, I'm not ready for that.
It's like there's too many. I don't know. There's way too much saliva in that name.
So I can't pick a movie. I got too many movies I love. But I was thinking the other day about what a great movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon was.
It was a
Yeah,
good
that
movie.
movie's stupid
Pretty
good.
good movie.
It was great.
Hella good.
Who
Oh,
was quoting that? Was Paul Porter just quoting that movie? Who was quoting that movie? Was it Paul?
Somebody was.
Yeah, it was. It was Paul Porter. He was like, "You're killing me, Smalls."
What was it?
Yes, that was from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
No,
Yeah.
but actually in the Facebook chat, Sandlot.
yeah. Sandlot.
Yay.
So
Never Ending
You feel me,
Stories.
Smalls?
Getting
Oh,
some
sorry.
love
I was thinking
as well.
Sandlot because I saw Sandlot on the screen in the chat. My bad. I was like, "Yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You're killing me, Smalls." No.
man, somebody in Twitch, Melanie just referenced Piers Anthony, which is I read this whole series, Incarnations of Immortality, when I was like at that adolescent age, and I was like, oh, this is kind of dope in that way, you know. But it was that was an interesting series.
I just realized that I get Piers Anthony and Piers Morgan mixed up.
That's might be okay actually.
Wait,
Honestly, I don't know if
Piers
that's really
Anthony?
gonna hurt you.
Piers Anthony's a science fiction writer,
Yeah.
and Piers Morgan's a goon.
Yeah. Well, you know, Piers Anthony writes some weird stuff. I will just say that, and I will leave it alone.
That's good
You know.
stuff.
Anyway,
He
yeah.
never had. I bet you Piers Anthony never had to walk off his job on national television.
Probably not.
I don't believe so.
Wait,
no.
so
Probably
have we gotten through favorite movies yet? I'm also curious what
We gotta
movie
get
people have
D'Angelo.
seen. Yeah, I'm also curious what movie people have seen the most, which is not necessarily your favorite movie.
Good
Also,
question.
Quickly, a Goofy movie, first of all, and is Tevin
First of
Campbell okay?
What about
Is
Tevin
Tevin
What?
Campbell what?
Tevin Campbell okay? Because I just want to make sure. Hey, Tevin Campbell, I hope you're doing all right out there. I hope you're still making all of the money you
hope.
deserve. You are a prince to all of us that love Goofy.
Wait,
And
there's something happened to
Yeah,
Tevin
right. No,
Campbell?
you're not saying this apropos of anything, right?
No,
like
no,
you do
no,
have
no.
us worried.
No, he all right.
Okay.
Just a Goofy movie. You're just thinking that he's cool. That's all. You're just saying you think that he's cool.
yeah,
Okay.
Oh wait, Tevin Campbell was in the Goofy movie?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
wondering. I was like, I don't remember him
Tevin
being
Campbell
in
was
the Goofy movie.
Tevin Campbell was the Bruno Mars character, Powerline, with the jumpsuits and everything. Have you seen side by sides of Bruno Mars and Powerline? The dance moves, the costumes, the songs. Frankly,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I've actually seen that,
Powerline
yeah.
was Bruno Mars before Bruno Mars, and Tevin
Oh,
Campbell was
He
Powerline.
was.
nice.
So-
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
wow. Tevin
So
Campbell was...
Randy, so
Therefore,
G.
Tevin Campbell is Bruno Mars.
I mean,
all right.
well, you know.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay, but so I think actually the answer to favorite movie that I've seen at least the most recently, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Wait,
Nice.
so
Rewatchable.
it eclipsed all other movies for you? Wow. All right.
It is occupying a place for me right now. Probably having a lot to do, over the course of, it was released, what, 3-4 years? How many years ago now? 2018?
Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
18 years ago?
18 years ago.
So I was, I was basically I was going into wanting to have kids, wanting to start a family. And that's a pretty major theme for Peter B. Parker in that movie. And I just, everything else about it, it's already a, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, just great movie, well made, enjoyable. But then to also have this particular element that just really lodged right in there for me, I've been rewatching it just in the background, just looping it. I'm gonna start it over again. I'm gonna jump to the middle. I'm gonna just have it be going. I
It
had
is
it
chock full of-
saved. Was that?
It is chock full of Easter eggs.
Well, even that too. I mean, it's just so well done, and there's that resonance to me right now. I don't know if I would have said it was my favorite movie if I had seen it 5 years before it came out, which would have been impossible. And it might not remain my favorite movie forever, but right now, oh boy.
Mm-hmm. It made me feel seen because as a kid, I had a few issues of Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham.
Yeah, man. Peter Porker was the greatest. That's the funniest character, dude.
Bitten by a radioactive pig.
Wow.
Yeah, it makes no sense, but he's amazing. And John Mulaney doing the voice was just utter perfection.
Almost as good as Spider-Man Noir.
Oh God, Nicolas Cage was
Cage.
so perfect in that. My God,
I mean, where do you stop? Where do you start?
That was utter brilliance.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
Plus, I know he was just amped to be part of the Marvel universe, considering the fact that he chose his stage name based off of Luke Cage.
Oh, Luke Cage, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't they cast him?
Wait.
He should have been cast as Luke Cage. Why did that not happen?
Hold on. I need to process all of that.
Yeah, his name's Nicholas Coppola, dude.
5 seconds. But
Yeah, his real name
I
is
figured it was
yeah.
a stage name. I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah,
it
his
was
name is
based-
Nicholas Coppola. He chose a stage name because he didn't want people to feel like he was taking advantage of
Sure.
his famous family.
Sure. Yeah, I think I knew all of that.
So
But
yeah, he took the name from Luke Cage.
No.
Wow.
Yeah,
So it's his favorite Marvel character.
yeah. Nick Cage is a comic book dude.
It
A
doesn't
few
say
years
Ghost Rider.
a few years back, his collection got stolen.
What?
Yeah, and it was a big deal because they found it. I think it was I don't remember who it was, but they found his whole collection. He had an Action Comics #1 as part of his collection. They got stolen.
Was when they found the person who stole it, were his eyes all burned out of his head?
I hope so.
Like in
I
Ghost Rider.
really hope so. Yeah, Nicolas Cage is a comic book dude. He does not play around.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep.
That's
where
so wild.
Where he got it from.
Cage, I have to look at him differently now from now on. That's amazing. That is really something else.
I like the fact that he hasn't said "Sweet Christmas" at all in any movie. Still upsets me though. Like he should have said it at least once.
He probably said it in some tape.
Said it in the show. Said it in the TV show.
No. Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that
and he
Nicolas
would.
Cage hasn't said "Sweet Christmas" in any movie, that upsets me a little bit.
You
You
should
should
hear
have.
him saying it,
Probably
right?
in
Can
a
we?
blooper or an outtake or something.
We can all hear him saying it, right?
Mhm.
His
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah. So I don't do a lot of rewatching stuff over and over again, but when I was in high school, I did. And probably the one I watched the most often was a movie called Over the Edge, which was the first big role for Matt Dillon. And it's a crazy movie based on real events of suburban communities that did not include any activities for children. And so the kids just wilded out.
That's terrible.
It's awesome.
Called
Go kids.
I thought you were going to say the Warriors.
Yeah, right. Definitely.
I've seen
Phil.
Warriors a few times for sure. I also watched a movie called Parents a bunch of times, which is not. I don't think it's even on Netflix or anything now. Like you can't stream it. It was written and directed by Bob Balaban, who's acted in a lot of stuff now. But it was basically a horror movie. But the scary thing is your parents. And so it's about this little kid who is sort of like gradually coming to realize that his parents are cannibals or vampires or something. But it's like from the kid's perspective, where everything is kind of mysterious and like grown up stuff that he can't quite access yet. So it's all just like completely like a little bit out of his grasp, and he just has suspicions, and the parents get scarier and scarier.
like The Faculty.
Mm.
I can't. The
Right.
movie. It was that Usher Raymond was in.
Oh yeah. I remember that movie.
Where everybody in the high school, all the people, all the teachers and faculty of the high school were aliens of some sort, slug monsters.
Let me take a quick pause. Do you have Cocoa Puffs?
No.
What is that? Those are Cocoa Puffs.
Yep.
Nope.
Hey, should we give a little sneak peek?
What Cocoa Puffs brownie crunch?
Oh yeah. So as you guys may have seen on our socials, Reese Palmer had to reschedule to June 18th. So we're excited to have her then, and the fun thing that we are going to do to try to make that up to you, you have to wait a little while longer for Reese, is we're going to give you a sneak preview of the brand new, and I don't know that we're going to show you the whole thing, but we'll give you a snippet at least, of the brand new Hard Times Come Again No More video. We'll have to go just to Twitch to do that though. So we're not going to do it just yet, but we will. Just so you know, there will be a point where we'll be going to gangstagrass.tv, and we will only be on gangstagrass.tv, and that's where we'll give you a little sneak peek of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Favorite movie?
Yeah, favorite movie and the movie you've seen most often, like the most.
Favorite
times.
movie is Man of Steel.
Okay.
Movie I've seen the most.
Hmm?
Either Star Wars or Return of the Jedi. One of those, probably Return of the Jedi. I watched Jedi.
Isn't Return of the Jedi Star Wars?
Yeah, no. When he says Star Wars, I like that you're old enough to do this. Star Wars, you mean Episode 4, A New Hope.
Yeah.
Which when it originally
came out, it was just
everybody
Star
was just calling it
Right.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah.
But you still call it Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's fun.
I saw that 5 times in the theater. I was 4 when that movie came out. I was like, no, we're going to see it again. No, we're going to see it again. But I saw Return of the Jedi 3 times in the first 2 days it was out. Like I went to see it, and then I went to see it the next day with my buddy John, and we watched it, and then we just sat in the theater and watched it again. We were like, no, we're not leaving. Sorry. They rewound the whole thing and sold new tickets, and more people came in, and we sat right there and watched it again.
I wish that we'd grown up together and been friends together, because that's the sort of thing I would do. I have a hard time getting people to sit through the entire credits of the movie that we paid to sit and listen to the music and see who made it, and like.
Oh, I'll
people
always
are
watch
just-
the credits.
People are in
Yeah, I
a
always watch
huge
the
hurry
credits
to
'cause I like
leave
to
the
see
theater.
soundtrack part.
You know, me and my high school girlfriend, like I would not go to the movies unless we were gonna go for a day and watch all the movies that we wanted to see. There was no like picking which movie we're gonna see. It's like, no, we're hanging out in the movie theater the whole time, and we're just gonna go to the different theaters.
All right, I
That
don't think I
sounds
could
like
have
you
been
weren't
friends with
actually
you.
paying for all of those movies. Am I understanding this correctly?
Oh hell no.
Right. He already said that he his favorite part of consuming media was the piracy.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
So I've done that too. You pay for one movie, you go and you watch that movie, then you come out of that room and you take a left turn and you go down to try to figure out whatever other movie's closest to starting.
Yeah, right. And just go in there.
I did that. I spent a day. It was
I haven't done that.
It was cool. It was a fun idea, but on your like fifth movie of the day, you start to really burn out a little bit.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, it's dark outside.
Yeah, right.
Fifth,
And
second.
yeah, the funny,
whatever.
I saw the South Park movie in the theater like 7 times.
Really?
Wow. Okay, I think that deserves some explanation or context at least. What was going on in your life? Were you okay?
I mean, that was a hilarious.
I mean,
Did you just
and
have
great
that much
musical
beef with
numbers.
Canada? You was like, you know
it's
what?
Right.
Fuck
I'm
these
blaming them
idiots.
for
Come on.
everything.
Were
I don't know.
catchy.
Slapping heads
Well-
all full of lies.
But speaking of which, South Park, I think they
For me, it was the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's catchy songs. Definitely very catchy songs.
that one that was just farts. I wish I knew how it went. It was like,
No, that was the breakdown in the song that I can't say the title of because I don't curse anymore.
That would have been the breakdown to Uncle Fucker.
There
That
you
is
go.
such a great
Funny,
song.
funny enough, which was the name of a band that opened up.
Oh yeah, I remember Uncle
Back,
Fuck. That was,
well, this was back when Wrench and I were in Battlestar America, also known as B-Star.
Mhm.
It was a speed metal bluegrass band.
Mhm.
There was a guy
Yes.
who would play a Telecaster in the way that Dan plays a banjo with the finger picks and all.
Wow.
Wow.
Love it.
I love that style playing Telecaster.
But with distortion.
yeah, they went hard.
Yeah, they did.
The only part of that song that I really dug was the Puffy remix.
Oh right.
But it was in the shiny suits and all. That had me dying, dude.
Yo, for real.
And I'm not the biggest South Park dude, but that part of the movie, I was crying. Like, wait,
Yeah.
what? Hold on.
Terrence and Phillip looking like Puffy and Mace in the Bad Boys remix.
I want to say though, that speed metal band, you're making me want to break out my Telecaster banjo.
Yo, the dude.
Thank you, Noli.
Yeah, the guy who he had
Hey.
like the most impressive mullet I had ever seen, and he was from Brooklyn. I was like, "What's going on here?" It was at that actually it was at that spot in Red Hook. They had all those bikers that showed up at our next gig when we were playing at the strip club.
Hmm.
And they
And
were
that is the
asking me-
sentence that was spoken.
I want to hear
it
everything about
is.
this tour.
Yeah,
That was not a
We were
tour.
playing-
That was just Brooklyn.
That was just Brooklyn. The strip club was in Manhattan though.
All right.
But
right.
That's
but
a
like
tour.
what's happened is I just remember because the security came and looked for me. They found me and they were like, there's a bunch of bikers outside asking for you, Dolio. And I was like,
Oh.
they were worried, very worried, because it was like, I don't know, they look pretty rough. I was like, let them in.
When do those bikers come around for Gangstagrass? Where are our bikers? I have not met enough bikers with y'all.
Remember the guys that came
You gotta play the.
to the
It's still there.
what was the show? Was it the Yadkinville? I think it was Jim.
Yeah, that was Jim Stillman.
Jim
Brought
Stillman
us
rolled
the
up.
boiled peanuts.
He rolled up with boiled peanuts and local beer.
'Cause
Wow.
I have a week.
Yeah.
Boiled peanuts.
Did they couldn't even stay? Did they stay for that show, or did they have to go somewhere?
No, I think they did stay.
Yeah.
They did, but
Yeah,
I
they
just
did.
man, that's one of those things
Mhm.
that goes into like, baller memories bank of just like, remember those bikers that rolled up and brought me boiled peanuts and local beer? Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, Jim's great. I wonder if he's still making his trips to D. Jim, if you're out there, how you doing, man? I appreciate all the stuff. There's a cemetery in his area that they're cleaning up, and he's keeping me up to date on it. It's really beautiful.
I just need to go down there and get some more of that tri-tip, dog.
Yeah.
I need some more of
And,
that tri-tip,
So-
bro.
I hope your son is still playing that accordion like I showed him how to do.
That was fun.
I feel like I would normally apologize for showing someone's child how to play their accordion, but in that case, no. Jim really appreciated it. I think it was something that his Oma played, so it was a nice thing to carry along the tradition.
I love the accordion. I don't know why it gets such a bum rep.
Well,
it was interesting
because
too.
when a person is in the process of learning to play the accordion.
Well, that's true of the fiddle too.
It's fair, but it's interesting thing about this is actually I think a concertina, and one of the differences I think it's for one thing it's a button scale, which I don't have any idea how to play a button scale, but the wild thing about it is kind of like with a harmonica, where if you are going in, it's one set of notes, and out is a whole other set of notes. But the way it's organized is basically around like a sort of a chord, and then like the tonic chord, and then the dominant chord. So you can pretty much play something that sounds musical, even just like picking random buttons and just going in and out at a fairly regular rhythm.
Ooh.
Phrasing.
Wendy Rittermall says Blazing Saddles is another I could watch over and over.
Yeah,
That is a
great call.
magnificent
Now I
movie.
think about it, I think Blazing Saddles is probably the movie I've seen the most.
Really?
As far
That
as
is a
number of times,
magnificent
and
movie.
a close second would be The Color Purple.
Nice.
Because although it's a dramatic movie, it has a lot of comedic elements.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I don't know, and especially when you say the quotes out of context.
It does make you laugh a little bit.
Right. Because sometimes you be in a moment where you just be like, all my life I had to fight.
That's right.
Or you just be like, I loves Harpo. You know I do.
I
Kill him then before I let him hit me.
You're reminding me that last time I said I haven't seen Blazing Saddles, I was berated
Oh my God.
almost an hour
And
and
you should be, because Blazing Saddles is a
It's an
perfect movie,
American
dude.
Cinematic classic.
It's
Oh my
a-
gosh.
What about on that theme? What about Airplane?
Also great.
Airplane,
Also
hilarious.
classic.
Blazing Saddles has a beat though. Blazing
Yes, it
Saddles.
does.
Yeah.
But Airplane has a lot of, oh my God.
Oh, it's got some gems.
And
It's
don't
got
call me
some-
Shirley.
I'll say
Yeah.
this: I
'Cause
could
they there's
probably.
like, I don't think they don't let a single second go by in Airplane where a joke is not being.
Yeah.
And they're good ones.
Yeah.
Like I could probably watch.
You like movies about gladiators.
Like I could probably watch that movie multiple times in a row. I could probably do it. How many comedies can you say that about? It's like, okay, I get it. All right, this isn't as funny
Wait.
anymore. No, Airplane stays funny.
There might be a movie I've seen more.
Oh.
Coming to America.
Oh.
Coming to America. I, in my personal opinion, Coming to America is the funniest movie that humans ever made. I want to be numb to it at this point, and I can't. There's
I watched
nothing
it, like-
about that just doesn't.
Because
Yeah,
Randy,
I watched it like 2 weeks ago.
I mean, talk about gems. Talk about Into the Spider-Verse with Easter eggs. Do not alert him to my presence. I'll deal with him myself.
Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah.
genius.
Like really? Oh, you went there? Okay, well done, sir.
Who told you that?
Did y'all watch two? No, that's
Two
more.
was good. It was
Yeah.
it was good. It
was
did
alright.
exactly
It was
what it was supposed to do. You could never match Coming to
No.
America, right? There was just so much stuff they were doing in that movie that you couldn't get away with anymore. So they went as far as they could go, and did a lot of the stuff that you kind of had to do now in movies.
Well, two
But it
was
was
a good.
pretty
It was
damn
it was
fun.
more of an homage. It was more of an homage than a sequel.
It was pretty damn funny. Leslie Jones was pretty damn funny in that
It's
movie.
funny that they wrote Leslie Jones in there. That was.
No, she was pretty dope in that.
Yeah, it was funny because from what Arsenio was saying is that they were originally planning to have Tracy Morgan be the son. And then Arsenio was like, that don't make no sense.
How are you gonna make him look young? First of all, how are you gonna make him look not like Tracy Morgan?
Right.
Right.
Yo,
Right.
but the fact that they still had him in there was
Yeah. Oh, he was amazing.
But Wesley Snipes though, his character.
Yo, Wesley Snipes stole the whole joint, bro. Just how he walked into the room all the time. I was done. Your man's steps was amazing. Yeah, he did the damn thing in that.
No more. I haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah,
You gotta watch it.
We didn't give you any plot points. I'm just
No,
we just
you gotta
saying,
watch
need
it.
the
We
movie
need to
was
watch
fine. It was fine, and like a lot of folks had hella gripes about the movie, but I'm just like, yo, it's not. You can't expect it to be the original.
Yeah.
But-
That
And
But
if you go into it expecting it to be the original or better than the original, then
Yeah, you're gonna be disappointed.
Would you
But if-
say the same is true of like the Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters remake? Because again, it's like just of that era. You couldn't make Ghostbusters today.
Well, the
even if you tried-
Ghostbusters movie, the Ghostbusters remake, the way I looked at it was like Ghostbusters in an alternate universe.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's
And I thought it worked.
And,
All right, I
and
thought it
and
worked.
and from cats who read comic books, and you know every time they switch up writers, they're gonna change how things are gonna be. You know what I mean? They do. We done made Batman how many different times?
Several.
Oh
You know what I
man.
mean? We made
Okay.
Superman how many Spider-Man movies have you made? You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Like, for you to, you got to remix it somehow. You know?
the rehashing that didn't work out, that I still have not. I don't think I've seen this movie since, but I would have said this movie before Goofy movie if they hadn't done this. If they hadn't made another Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you know,
From what I hear, there is another one on the way.
there is another one
That
on the way.
sounds right.
And I'm okay with it. Steven Spielberg's on it. Harrison Ford's doing. I'm fine with it. I think they missed a little bit on 4. Crystal Skull was all right. I did like the idea that if anybody's gonna find fucking aliens, it should be Indiana Jones because that's what he does. Cool. But overall, it was just all right.
Can I jump in?
So
'Cause-
they're batting 750 on Indiana
So-
Jones movies.
well,
fine.
they're batting 500, man. Temple of Doom.
Yeah, I mean,
Temple of Doom was magnificent. What are you talking about?
Doesn't hold up. Doesn't hold
Temple
up.
of Doom is amazing.
It doesn't hold up.
Are you kidding me?
The other two do.
No,
They
Temple of
definitely
Doom is that work, bruh.
Ay.
Temple of Doom is that work.
I was
No,
quite
no,
fond, I was
no.
quite fond of the.
Temple of Doom is that work.
disagree.
Temple
Well,
of Doom
I'm
is
Can I be Arson for a second here?
Oh,
I
please.
just say, I just want to say, come on, to all the people that I think the internet has given a sense that like you need to talk about how something's not going to measure up to your expectations because it's somehow related to this other thing that you like.
Yeah.
And unless it's 100% the other thing that you like that is somehow related to, you should just diss it, right? Because that's just a recipe for not enjoying shit anymore,
Yeah.
right? Like, who cares if it's not as good as this other thing you like? Is it like halfway good? Then enjoy it, right? Like I realized this at one point it was a book that I was really into, and some of my other friends were really into it too, called Youth in Revolt. And at one point they made a movie of it, and I like posted the trailer, and I was like, look, if this is half as good as the book was, it's gonna be great. And then one of my friends that had been into that book, I think actually the person that tipped me off to the book was like, nah, the book is great, the movie's gonna suck. And I'm like, I'm not saying the book's gonna be as good as the movie, but like if it's based anywhere on this book, that's gonna be something that I'll at least like go and be like, hey, that was all right. So I'm gonna take the cup half full on that one. And it's just like it's a drag to like be in internet spaces where everything is about how it's not measuring up to some other ideal.
Yeah, it really is.
I agree with that.
I mean, because
Definitely agree with
especially
that.
when you're changing medium, you gotta switch it up because it's
Yeah.
nothing's gonna translate perfectly to it. It's
Yeah.
like,
No, I think that's what I was getting at with the Ghostbusters thing. Is that like it's not going to be the same thing.
yeah,
Mhm.
like American Gods. I was I was still entertained by the show. It wasn't the same as the book.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Definitely.
Or Invincible. That was.
Yeah, Invincible is so good. It's so good.
I really think they need to get like better animators because it's great.
No, they don't. No, they don't. You know why? And here's why you think that. I know why you think that.
Yeah,
Because you've got that weird fucking
Because I love
anime brain, and you've got that weird anime brain, and so everything's got to be lots of lines and yelling. No, this fucking show is perfect. It looks almost exactly like the book.
Yeah,
It
the
looks
only
almost
thing-
exactly
the only-
like the book, dude.
Yeah, the only thing is just
It
they get some stuff out of sequence. And
Yeah, they are
and
going all over the place.
I mean, and they swapped the race on a couple of characters.
On Amber, and they swapped a couple of races and a couple of genders too.
A couple of genders too.
Let me ask a question.
Same with the boys. They did that with the boys.
So first of all, I see I'm getting some not hate, but I'm losing esteem because I don't like Temple of Doom. So first of all, I want to say
No, we just breezed past that. Like we were like, no, we ain't hear that.
yeah.
It was amazing, dude.
I'm gonna dig my heels in, but I
dude.
agree with you though. I agree with your general point on, not holding things up to things. That being said, Randy, I think I want to know, because you're a comic book guy and you're versed. Is there a movie version of, like, let's keep it to comic books specifically. Is there a movie version of a comic book where you feel like it really, and this is not as a value judgment, right? But do you feel like there was a movie based on a comic book franchise that actually really adhered to, like, we're going to take like 100% of the plot points, 100% of the characterization? Watchmen?
Yes.
Watchmen is almost frame for frame.
The first one. Wasn't that Snyder?
Yeah. Watchmen is almost frame for frame.
Now, to be fair,
Left some stuff out because it would have been really long. But he had to change the ending because they did, instead of they doing the nuclear thing as opposed to the giant monster. But the movie, it's like most of the movie is almost frame for frame.
Yeah, I mean, because if they had left everything in, it would have been like a 5-hour movie.
Yeah, it would have taken forever.
I would watch that personally. One of my
well, you
favorite
can
parts-
watch that because there's a motion comic of it.
Really?
Yeah, there is.
Now, does it include the pirate comic within the comic?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it
Okay.
does.
It
yeah.
includes the black freighter.
That to me,
it's everything, and that is the literal frame for frame.
The black
But
freighter.
it will take you like 3 days to watch that.
That's honestly my favorite part of Watchmen is the black freighter and the way that's intercut with the action. I love that. It's so well done.
Watchmen is probably the best. Watchmen is good like that. So is 300. 300 is extraordinary close. Zach was when he did those, that was his thing to make him as close as possible. And I loved Watchmen.
But the real question we have to address here though is how close was Howard the Duck to the source material?
Not very.
Not at all. Not in the slightest.
Very.
Okay.
Not very.
And I keep hoping that they're actually going to do a Howard the Duck, because like a lot of times, like people like some people regard like the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as being Iron Man. A lot of folks regarded Blade as the thing, and granted, Blade is the one that gave its theme, to tell you the truth. But Howard the Duck was literally the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It really was, and it was fucking terrible.
Except for the soundtrack.
That movie, the soundtrack was fun.
Oh. Hey, how have we not talked about Buckaroo Banzai yet? Because I know.
Oh, we were going to get to Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, trust me, I was going to get.
Come on, somebody was going to have to bring up Dr. Big Booty.
Before we get there, I just want to say,
Big Booty.
So I saw this picture just I think earlier today, and it's of a Trivial Pursuit card from 2008. Just because we were just talking about all the different versions of Batman. So on a Trivial Pursuit card from 2008, the question is, who has never been Batman? Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, or Adam West?
Wow. The answer is
in 2008.
Yeah, 2008.
Oh.
Right, and now they've all been
like they got the idea from the Trivial Pursuit card.
That's probably what happened.
I think
like,
Batman
let's
began
kill
in
this card.
2007. When was
Yeah.
2007ers.
Batman Begins was 6, I think.
2006. Okay.
Which one?
So it would have been Ben
and
Affleck. Christian Bale only barely. Yeah.
I forgot
Anyway,
the name of
just-
the movie with the bat nipples.
So I just wanted to share that.
That was Batman.
And Robin.
Batman and Robin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that was that the terrible one with Schwarzenegger and the cowabunga?
Yeah. Apparently,
Ugh.
George Clooney keeps that cape and cowl like in his office, and he looks at it to remind him never do a project for the money.
There you
By the
go.
way,
That was easily the worst Batman movie.
So
He actually
awful.
apologized for that. I remember him apologizing for that movie.
real quick, just for anime fans out there, because nobody here is going to support me in this, let's go ahead and give a quick shout out to Akira. Akira was an amazing movie. And an amazing.
Tetsuo!
Canada! Tetsuo! Canada! Listen,
Yeah, it's actually my favorite. My favorite anime John is Nausicaa.
Yes, I was gonna say that next. Thank you.
I got beef with Akira, dude. I got beef with it.
It's funny. What beef?
Because it's a bite off. It's a remake of Tetsuo.
No. So this was had to be 1989. 89. Me and my homies go to a comic convention on the Holiday Inn on City Line Ave. They used to have them like the first Saturday every month. We go to the John. My man buys a copy of Akira. We take that John home. They was like, yeah, no, it's good. No subtitles, all in Japanese.
Oh,
We was like,
and that's how you learn Japanese.
I don't know none of these words, but so the only words, all I got out of that movie was Tetsuo, Kaneda, Tetsuo. That's it. That's
And it's
all
not
I got
exactly
out of the
the
movie,
kind of
bro.
movie that you could watch and just sort of figure it out from
I
context.
was like,
why are these
what
people so
in the
excited about
fuck is
Canada?
going-
Did you
Like,
write a letter to
who's
the
this
director?
weird little? Who's this odd little
little baby.
dude with the white hair and the mind powers? And why is this kid? Why is all this stuff going in his arm? What the fuck is going on in this
And
movie?
Randy,
Yo,
years later, you watched it with the subtitles and realized, oh, doesn't make any sense.
I still don't know what's going on. Yeah, exactly. I rewatched it and was like, yo, this makes less sense.
Yeah.
I hope you wrote a letter to the director and mailed it in saying like,
I wanted
why
to.
did you not put subtitles on this?
I was
Oh,
so
man.
mad because the boy told us, he was like, no, it's got subtitles. You're good. You're fine. It's all good.
But,
Forgot they
We
made a
was looking
movie.
at each other like,
but has
What?
everybody seen Bart Kira?
What?
There is it's a collaborative project to redraw in the entirety of Akira with Simpsons characters, frame by frame. The real thing.
I would watch that.
I look it up.
Yeah, I
I
would
would
watch
totally
it.
watch that.
No, not it's not animated. It's just the manga.
I would totally watch that. I would read that.
Yeah, I actually, Amber and Wendy,
killed
I did
Pharaoh.
not even know they made a movie out of The Stand.
The Stand?
Jankety fuck was that?
That was not me.
Somebody else did.
Definitely Wrench.
I just thought we should show Emily why some people have a problem with the accordion.
That sounded like a concertina to me.
I was actually, I think we hid my son's accordion.
Real.
You can get this when you're mature enough to handle it.
Yeah.
So we should talk about Danny Kaye because
Say congratulations to my daughter.
Congratulations!
Hey, congratulations, Danny.
Yes, woo, woo, woo,
You
woo.
got yourself a college graduate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That person has graduated from something, which is
You
a
got a PhD.
feat I have never accomplished. Good job.
Mhm.
You're an inspiration to me.
Yes.
You can now kill with impunity.
Yep.
Right.
Wait,
That's how that works.
You only get one.
You only get one.
Only good one.
So we should talk
Make
about
it a
Danny
good
Kaye.
one.
Okay, Danny Kaye.
Okay,
Yeah,
Danny
Danny
Kaye.
Kaye is coming up a lot in Twitch comments, and I want to ask, has everybody here seen White Christmas? And the reason I want to talk about it is because it has significant musical import. White Christmas is the #1 single ever.
Okay,
Bing Crosby.
so
Yeah,
one.
it's actually
No, I haven't. And two, who is Danny Kaye?
He's a comic actor. He co-stars with Gene Kelly and a lot of stuff of that era, 50s, thereabouts.
yeah. Actually, I didn't know that about the song. I mean, I know the song White Christmas. The problem is the song White Christmas is also the same name as an incident that occurred in my hometown.
Oh no.
Oh.
You know anything with like a color plus a time of year is a bad.
Yeah, it happened the year I was
thing.
born, during the season I was born.
Ah.
All right. That
And
sounds
it's
skittable.
it's in Wikipedia, but I don't think they give it that name.
Oh.
Bruh.
Can you say what other name it would be by, or?
It has to do with the fact that the year I was born was the year that they integrated schools in my hometown.
Hold on.
And there was this huge riot that happened.
Yeah. Okay, I got to give a shout out to a Danny Kaye movie though that everyone should check out. It's called A Song Is Born, and he plays like a musicologist in a conservatory that's studying all kinds of music and realizes that they don't know anything about contemporary music, so they go and like find a jazz singer to come in and tell them about like non-classical music. And there's all these cameos. So I'm just looking up the cast of the movie right now. Besides Danny Kaye, there's Benny Goodman as Professor Meganbrooch, Tommy Dorsey as himself, Louis Armstrong as himself, Charlie Barnett as himself, Lionel Hampton as himself, Mel Powell as himself. Yeah, the Page Kavanaugh Trio, the Golden Gate Quartet, all kinds of cool little musical cameos in there. It's fresh.
Very cool.
And just a quick callback. I'm on the Bart Kira site. It's ridiculous.
No.
It's real and it's ridiculous.
Can you, Pharaoh? Were you able to like maybe screen share one of them images from the Bart Kira site, or?
I'm gonna bring it up on my computer. Hold on.
All right.
It's worth it. There's a whole trailer.
I want y'all to know what it's like to see Bart Kira.
I don't know. Is this a Simpsons thing?
It's a somebody decided to create it's a collaborative project where multiple artists work together, and you can do like a page, somebody else will do a page to completely redraw Akira using Simpsons characters. But everything else about it is the same, frame for frame, all the settings and everything, composition, just using Simpsons characters.
Yeah, I've watched a detailed like breakdown of Akira frame by frame, and I watched part of the trailer, and they get it spot on. They're really kicking ass at this. I'm gonna find this for y'all because it's crazy.
I want to call it back to George Clooney apologizing for Batman.
And then I want to talk about the song White Christmas.
Okay. We got layers on layers here, folks.
Not the. I mean, we can talk about the Pensacola event if you want to, Delio, certainly.
That's not.
But we also don't have to.
Yes.
Let's talk about good things.
Yes. One good thing is people apologizing for movies that they made.
Yeah.
My favorite is Bill Murray apologizing for Garfield.
Yeah.
And the story behind that, which is that the Garfield movie was written by somebody named Joel Cohen. And when Bill Murray saw the script, he assumed it was the Coen brothers.
No.
So he said yes.
No.
And it was not the Coen brothers.
Oops.
It was funny. I was watching last night. I was watching Zombieland.
Uh-huh.
And that reminded me of, because there was the
a
scene where
great scene.
Bill Murray had just got shot in the chest. He was playing himself, and it was like, he was like, is there anything in life that you regret? And he was like, Garfield. And he dies.
I tell you, Bill Murray starring in a movie where he mistook the director for somebody else with the same name sounds like a Bill Murray movie.
Yeah, it does. It kind of does. I'd be okay with that. Too.
Oh no! What are you
Oh, we
doing?
got
Okay.
Hearing Bart Kira. Because we have to see Bart Kira. This is real.
Wow.
Yeah. They're doing a pretty
Oh
big
wow!
It's real.
What's
It's
funny is
real.
because the Bart Simpson looks closer to like early Bart Simpson.
Right.
Yeah.
When
And
they
since
first
it's
started.
500 plus artists, like the style will change.
Yeah,
a
it's
little bit.
it's gonna change a lot. Okay.
You know,
Wow.
speaking of which, this is reminding me of this book, Garfield's 9 Lives, that I read when I was a kid. And
Is that
probably not even for kids.
Okay.
All right, I'm done sharing, but this just to let you know what I'm doing after the live stream.
Blowing everything up.
You're blowing up a city. You gotta go make a boom boom.
Okay, there we go. Now maybe everything will stop pausing on me so much.
Maybe.
Crazy.
So, Zombieland, is that a movie?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it's a funny movie.
It's funny, but if you're if you're gonna see one zombie comedy, you should go with Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
Zombieland-
Bring that full circle. Very nice.
Yeah, Zombieland is good though. It's fun.
Yeah, I like Double Tap too.
Land of the Dead is actually a little bit more serious, but also very funny. That one was a very good one, and one of the only movies that has fast zombies, which is actually scary.
Oh yeah,
There's
that.
a number of movies with fast zombies.
There was was it something Z?
Yeah,
World War Z.
World War Z.
World War Z did.
Yeah. I never saw that one. But,
I Am Legend did.
yeah, but those weren't zombies.
Yeah.
Those were just sick people.
Yo, you know how many people? Yo, I had mad people like when they first put out we're talking about the COVID vaccine. Bad people was like, yo, it's gonna be like World War Z, and everybody gonna get the vaccine, and then they gonna turn into zombies like Legend, I Am Legend. I was like, I need you to go home.
Yeah.
It's what?
28 Days Later had fast zombies.
I'm gonna need you to go.
I honestly always thought 28 Days Later was a movie about like one of these, some lady gets pregnant, some kind of guy. Isn't that what it's about?
That's basically it. I think you nailed it.
You might be thinking of 28 Days. My college had a double-header movie night, 28 Days, and 28 Days Later. It's one of those movies.
I don't think I've seen either one of those.
No, me neither.
I don't know, because there was a period of time when there was just so many zombie movies that I was just zombied out. So I just I was not watching it. I think that's when, during the period of time that World War Z came in, I was like, ah. And that's also why I've never seen a single episode of The Walking Dead, because I was just zombied out. I was just like, nope.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah, it was the same with vampires. I was just like, okay, enough with the vampires already.
Except What We Do in the Shadows, which thanks again for that recommendation.
I watched that.
That is great.
But I've never seen any of the Twilight movies because.
No, what? Why would you even mess with that?
Well, there are some really good riff tracks out there. If you wanted to watch, I think it's New Moon or whatever the third one is.
Well, yeah, that's the only way. That's the only way that you should watch it.
That was a lot of fun, honestly.
By the way, the Hellsing OVA also pretty great. Gory. Oh man, I guess I'll stop with my anime ref.
No, man, keep going. Represent.
Hellsing. It is a incredibly gory manga with some really hard things, but it's like on the level of Berserk, if anybody would get that reference.
Yeah, rest in peace to the writer of Berserk. He just passed away.
Oh really?
Yeah, just like 2 days ago.
I don't think it did. Berserk never finished though.
Well, he's still dead.
And let's say R.I.P. to Paul Mooney we lost this week, right?
Yeah, man. Definitely R.I.P. Paul Mooney.
That dude
was a funny ass boy.
Hilarious.
Negro Adamus was the greatest.
Yeah, I was introduced to him on Chappelle's show. Probably a lot of us.
Yeah.
Ask a Black Dude.
Yeah. Hey, we haven't done Ask a White Dude in a while. But first, I'd like to say a word from our sponsors. We need to have a little word from our sponsors, which is everybody that's watching right now that's a Barnstormer. It's you. You are bringing this to the world.
Oh, word.
And if you don't know what the Barnstormers is, it's the way that you can become part of the team, part of the family, part of the process of Gangstagrass getting out to the world and making stuff. So go to gangstagrass.com/Barnstormers. That address is on your screen right now, and you can just open up a new tab, go over there and check it out. And if you want to try it out for just $4 a month and see what kind of goodies we send you of behind the scenes stuff, all kinds of exclusives, and the people that are in Barnstormers can tell you that it's an awesome club, and you'll be glad you're part of it. And if you join the Barnstormers this month, before the end of the month, you get OG status.
Yes.
Which is
And
like a
it's-
club within a club, because the Barnstormers is already a cool club.
Yeah.
Then you get something that like they won't get because they're gonna be late, because they're gonna join in June or some other time. But
Yeah.
they won't get the OG status, but you will.
That's right.
Yeah,
And you
we
get a
have
few-
some very sweet plans cooking up.
Yeah, you get a few things with this. So we have these sweet plans cooking up. I got something right around here involved with that, which is very exciting. And we also, though, have the entire year's worth of content. So if you get in to be a Barnstormer before the end of this month, you not only get this month's content, you get all of the content going back, and we're gonna be phasing that out, after May 31st. So if you get in this month, then you can real quick download all of that content that we have up so far from an entire year, and it's tracks from our son's solo albums, from Dan and his family. It's stuff that Wrench is working on. It's behind the scene videos and all kinds of really, really cool stuff. So coming soon, more like Dolio recipes, and I don't know, you're probably gonna have to be cardboard and gaff tape if you want Dan's peanut brittle recipe, but right?
We'll have to invent a new tier.
Yeah, right. Right. The nut brittle tier.
We don't even have that recipe.
Like at a certain tier, we could invent an even like primo like golden tier where it's like peanut brittle gold, where like you actually get peanut brittle. I would just send it to you, and because I know a lot of people out there have peanut allergies. I started experimenting with alternative nuts.
Yes.
I have made cashew brittle.
The cashew brittle is so good.
I have made pecan brittle.
That's the thing I
Oh.
want. That's
Wasn't
the
there
thing.
another one?
Dude,
I was
dude.
I was
Gotta
talking
have
about
that.
making hazelnut brittle or some other thing, but I don't think I ever did. I think I just did pecan and cashew.
I appreciate you as a hazelnut allergic person. I appreciate you.
Well, yeah, I mean it's all about options, but
Exactly, it's
I
all
got
about
I got
options.
a 5-pound bag of pecans downstairs.
that could be my 5-pound bag of pecans. That would be, let's see, how do I break that up? It's
If I'm just gonna throw something out here, just an idea.
Yo.
If those pecans end up with Dan this weekend, could pecan brittle end up with us when we go to West Virginia at the early June?
you're gonna get me pecans this weekend.
Oh,
You did just do that, didn't you?
I will only let that slide because you are the Heisenberg of brittle.
Look, man, I make the peanut brittle and somehow it comes out blue, and I break it up into fine little chunks. No,
He is the one who knocks.
I am the one who knocks. No, 5 pounds goes. That's usually I use 5 pounds of peanuts goes 4 ways into a pound and a quarter per batch. But I've said too much. I've said too much.
4 ways. So you only need a quarter of that 5 pounds, is what you're saying.
No. I need the whole bag to make 4 batches.
Somebody says macadamia brittle.
Macadamia brittle
Well-
would be amazing. Oh, my
Ooh,
macadamia
Lord,
nuts
Jesus.
are
Just think
sitting
that's
right
5
here.
pounds with the shell. So
I need to go to Hawaii though if I want to make macadamia brittle, because when you're there, macadamia nuts are like trash. Like they're just on the ground, and if you want to go to the trouble of picking them up and shelling them, they're just everywhere.
So they're
Everywhere.
it's like dates in Pasadena.
Yeah,
I was
or like
thinking about that.
Yeast.
We were
Oh,
talking
man.
about
Meanwhile-
that the other day.
Meanwhile,
Dates
if
in
you
Pasadena.
5 pounds of
You live
macadamia
in
nuts
Pasadena.
in New Jersey, you might have to get a loan for that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is actually a personal loan.
Yeah, if
Yep.
anybody who's listening who does city planning for
In
the city of
Pasadena.
Pasadena, California, just know that I am pissed at you
Yes,
for
we
letting all those dates go to waste.
we walked past so many dates from the date palms that had just fallen, and Dolio, our resident MIT engineer here, said, "Hang on, this is a huge methane problem. Like, it's not just a wastefulness issue. It's that as they decompose, they're contributing to climate change, and specifically methane, which is a very big deal, very big contributor, and something that we actually can do something about by not letting the dates just decompose all over Pasadena." So
Here, I
As
thought it
a
was all
country
about cow
boy who
farts.
grew up with dates in our front yard, You're letting all those dates go to waste.
Did you? And you have like a whole plan for a date catcher and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't
So we
the-
can help you, Pasadena.
DC has a similar problem right down with the what are those berries called?
Oh, the mulberries.
The mulberries?
Oh my gosh, man!
Actually,
You know how many pies I can make with those?
I have a mulberry tree coming up in my backyard, but I think we need to move it or get rid of it because it's sort of under the neighbor's fence, and it's not in the best place.
Yeah. My neighborhood is like that with cats.
You know how many cakes I can make with it? No,
Didn't they just?
I would
wasn't-
like to.
With the cats.
Didn't
yes,
they just?
cat cakes.
Didn't they just release a bunch of cats? I can't remember what city it was in. I thought maybe
Detroit, I think it
Was
was, or
it?
Chicago.
Chicago. That's right. Where they released a bunch, where the shelters released a bunch of cats to take care of the city's rat problem. And like, you can't help but think about the woman who swallowed the fly. But
Well,
presumably they were all the animals that were released were fixed. So
So speaking of Hawaii again, right? So if you go to Hawaii, you see a lot of mongooses running around. Why? Because there was
It's
a
a
lot of
cobra
rats.
problem.
There was a lot of rats, and they thought we're gonna bring mongooses to Hawaii, fix the rat problem, not realizing that the mongooses are diurnal, and rats are the opposite of diurnal.
and presumably the mongooses aren't going to have any natural predators in Hawaii. So it's going to take a minute for the environment to figure out what to do with them.
Yeah, I don't think the environment has figured out what to do with
Well,
them.
Yeah.
it's kind of like what happened in Fiji when they were trying to get rid of their cane toads.
Oh yeah, Australia too.
Yeah, they started bringing it. Yeah, it was like that episode of The Simpsons. Yeah, and that's why that's why Fiji no longer has most of its native birds.
Mhm.
Because what happens is that after they took care of the cane toad problem, those they still needed something to eat. Those snakes needed something else to eat, so they started eating the birds. Well, eating the birds' eggs.
Ah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if I would ever want to be in a place where I could see a snake eat a bird.
yeah.
No,
You'd
I
think
mean,
the
they're
bird
eating
would
the
just
bird's
fly
eggs.
away, and the snake is like, nope, and I'm like, nope. I'm
Like,
like,
They're eating the birds' eggs.
Yeah, like
out
I've
of
played
the nest.
Pokemon, and I feel like in Pokemon, if you had a bird Pokemon and you're fighting a snake Pokemon, you should be able to just sort of fly, and then the snake Pokemon can't get you anymore. I think that's what I learned from Pokemon, and it should apply to life.
Yeah,
That's
unless
not-
you're in Florida where you like people are just they just use a snake like this and
No, no.
Use a treat.
A snakeorang. That's what that's called.
snake orang.
yeah.
I would like to share something with you guys. I just happened to be poking around the gangstagrass.com website and took a peek at our stats. And there's a place where you can see like what search terms have led people to your site the
Oh
most.
Lord.
This is fun.
So I'm going to show you guys what it said and see what you see here.
Sausage. Wait, I can't zoom in.
Hold on,
You gotta
okay.
zoom.
Can I? Is
Yeah,
there- I can't.
Yeah,
Oh,
do
you
it.
can't see it?
Can't zoom in.
Command plus that.
Yeah, Command plus. Yeah.
Plus.
Gangster.
What? Good.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait,
over.
Okay,
now we just
right.
realized
And now-
what's going
no.
on here.
Different button. Good. Left.
Oh my gosh.
Because
Right,
I saw
arrow keys. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
cocaine.
Black traffic.
1-5.
Okay.
I'm providing.
Gangstagrass, cheap cocaine.
What? Yeah, wait. Look at what's below that.
Outranking Gangstagrass.com.
Gangstagrass.
Gangstagrass.com. No, I'm excited that people are like,
Wait,
I can
Red,
need some cheap cocaine.
Reds, keep scrolling, man.
When I think of cheap cocaine, what do I
else
think
is
of?
there?
Gangstagrass.
Gangstagrass Platinum. That's good.
Those are the top ones.
Yeah.
So
Traffic Art Club and
Bottraffic.xyz.
I'm just happy that I'm putting the E in Gangstagrass. I'm
Gangstagrass.
surprised that is less rare than Gangstagrass cheap
And
cocaine.
you know how many times we've been to a venue that misspelled our name?
Gangstagrass.
A lot
So
of them
many
think-
butchers.
A lot of them think that we're a reggae band, so they spell it Gangsta.
Yeah. Gangstagrass. What your boys doing?
Gangstagrass.
Ganja grass.
You know, I'm like, no, there's 2 G's in there, right?
Also, should we start selling cocaine?
No.
Like, What?
Well, maybe for cheap.
Only cheap.
Okay.
That'd be a very good deal.
Pharaoh, this is the live stream part of the interview. This is not our brainstorming session. Our brainstorming session was earlier.
Right.
Now we're doing live stream.
The views and opinions
Also,
expressed
should we
here
start selling
are
cocaine?
not the views of everyone in Gangstagrass.
Actually, they're telling us something that we gotta listen.
Yeah.
I feel
That
like
was great.
I mean
Yeah, they were just multitasking. That's all. They love Gangstagrass and they wanted some cheap cocaine.
Yeah, there's a
Right.
comma missing in there, I think, right? Gangstagrass, comma, cheap cocaine also.
No, I think it's Gangstagrass cheap, comma, cocaine. Oh,
maybe
that's
there
how
actually is a brand of
maybe
cocaine
it's
out
maybe they
there.
watched our Paul Porter interview and they were looking for Rico the
you-
Cocaine Man.
cocaine man.
People all the time are like, "Oh, Gangstagrass, you guys should have a weed strain," but maybe just skip it. No, I don't want to.
No, come on, man.
Maybe we should start
Right.
that.
Oh, dear.
You know, that just made me laugh how you said that, Pharaoh, like it was the most serious thing in the world.
We're probably gonna skip to acid tabs though.
Yeah.
That's very old school. I like the throwbackness of that. That's nice.
Don't let us know in the comment what y'all want.
You know what you're
Acid
reminding me
tabs
of?
and watching the crudes.
Wrench, one of my favorite memes, and Sleeves, you might like this for a meme, is like there's a picture of like 3 kids from like the 90s, and they're all staring down at you, and they're like, "Hey man, you hit your head pretty hard there. Are you okay?" Anyway, a bunch of us are gonna go listen to a Limp Bizkit record, and then after school we're gonna go over to Cody's house and play PS2, and like the joke is that you've hallucinated the last 3 decades, and it's actually the 90s. Thank God. Everybody's okay.
I really do feel like a hallucination would explain a lot, right?
Although-
Like if I had gone into a coma at whatever, like in elementary school or middle school or something, and what would my brain have gotten to by this point? It would have gotten to Hillary Clinton running against Donald Trump or something like that, right? Like some kind of crazy thing would have happened in order to make this
Because your
still right. 'Cause
brain
I
is
run
like-
out of stuff.
Yeah, you just
Have
have
no
to
new
start
content.
filling it in with garbage ideas like murder hornets
Yes.
and
Zombie fires.
Right. There would
Was it-
definitely
was
be
it
some kind of
fire
Fire
pandemic.
tornadoes.
fire
Yeah.
tornadoes.
Fire tornadoes,
tornadoes.
but yeah.
And also
All of Australia
us.
is on fire.
And
All of
also
California
us,
is on
though,
fire.
Yeah,
right?
On
and
fire.
Gangstagrass.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
And there's
Yes.
this band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and the number 1 album on the bluegrass charts is a bunch of rappers.
I gotta say though,
my
if you
two
were
favorite kinds
trying to
of
make
music.
me relieved that I was waking up and it was still the 90s, Limp Bizkit is not the way to do that.
Hell no.
Oh,
Definitely not.
Right.
Hell to the no.
I like to think, Sleeves,
Right.
that
Shot
in
It
He
would
was
have to be
there.
1996.
in your mind though, if like Gangstagrass is just like part of this fantasy in your coma, that like when you wake up again, like so we're actually all played by like people that like members of your family and stuff, and so like I'm played by like Auntie M, and then you wake up.
I would
and
have to
you're
be
like,
played by Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
But in a world where like Sleeves knows Terrence Howard,
Yeah, I
like
was
is
gonna
a
say,
close personal friend, and
Like,
you were
who's this
there,
guy?
Terrence
Why does
Howard?
he keep saying Maine?
They cast me as Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Young Donald Glover, not old.
Yeah,
Me-
that definitely explains it.
I would be cast. I would be
Bro,
played by old Donald Glover,
There is no old
Danny
Donald
Glover.
Glover yet.
Danny Glover.
Wait, okay, because there is no old Donald
Yeah,
Glover.
we mean Danny Glover, which
So
is who's be playing.
Those
me.
are two different people
We're-
you're telling me. There's a Danny and a
I'm
Donald,
too
and
old
their
for
last
this.
names are both Glover. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they
I
related?
actually don't think they're related.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're just.
I
both
would like to
black.
be played by that brief period where Donald Glover had like braces or
Um,
wire or something for
Yeah.
in Shooter, the movie Shooter
Well,
with Wahlberg.
Danny Glover it was a stage name, and he went with Glover, which was putting together because he was such a huge fan of G Love, that G Lover was, and then he just made it into Glover.
And look, no, Randy was already saying that Nicolas Cage actually took his stage name from Luke Cage, and I already believed that, so you can't say that to me right now.
Yeah.
Dad,
I'm
I
in a very
did,
vulnerable place.
and I can't go back in my mouth.
No. It was cool when we played with G Love that one time.
Yeah,
That actually did happen.
That
though,
actually
right?
did happen.
That was in Chattanooga.
You guys brought the special sauce.
We
But he
definitely
didn't bring
did.
the special sauce. It was just him.
No, I remember. It was
But-
amazing.
But still.
Yeah, and it was
It's amazing.
wait, who was on the other stage?
Oh, the junior,
too.
Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah, Hank Williams Jr. was on the other stage, and then he sent everybody over to our stage.
Right.
He was
He
like,
sent
all right, I'm hyping
everybody
up. I
over.
want to go see Gangstagrass.
It was really interesting to watch that. How I was like, wait a minute, isn't that set still going on? How are all these people here now? They just kept flooding over. Like I guess they could hear it from the back, and they just kind of started
They were like, what is
attritioning
that?
their way over to us.
What is that obsessive banging and all the screams? Why are my hips moving like this?
Yep. And then G Love jumped on stage with us.
Yeah.
So that's how that went down.
That's exactly what happened. Wow.
That was fun.
Chattanooga's a
I
good
miss
town.
Chattanooga.
Yeah.
Can I, real quick, before we do anything,
Mm.
I have to say that there's a cat in Philly. He goes by the name of the Phantom. He's got a crew called the Ilharmonic Orchestra. Why did this dude just get a birthday shout out on Twitter from Viola fucking Davis?
What? That's what's up. Wait.
What?
Wait, he just had his birth.
Or
Didn't he
Viola
just have it?
Davis.
Didn't they just have their
Viola fucking Davis.
They just had their wedding anniversary this week too.
Happy birthday to the man who blew a hole into the music industry and our lives. Thanks for leaving your genius behind for generations to come.
That's what's up.
Holy fuck sticks. Yo.
New goals, right? Hashtag
Right?
goals.
Holy Jesus. That's impressive.
I want to do a Jane.
Him and his wife do get busy. And his orchestra.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's
No,
impressive.
when I said that, I meant that him and his wife do make great music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, shall we move these proceedings to just the Twitch at gangstagrass.tv and lay down that that little video sneak preview? And I'm excited because we haven't seen this either. This is new for us too.
It's same. And once we're on Twitch only, I will say what movie Danny Glover has been planning on making for like over a decade.
To Son Lovator.
Okay, well I was gonna save it, but yeah.
I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm only. It's funny because I was wearing before the stream. I changed it to this tank top because I don't know. It's been warm today, so my shirt was
Yeah, it
getting
was a
started
bit warm.
sweaty, and I had a T-shirt on that had a picture of Toussaint Louverture holding up the Haitian flag, standing on the dead body of a French soldier.
No.
I like it.
But it was too hot, so.
But yesterday was his birthday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
With that,
Birthdays.
we bid Facebook and YouTube goodbye.
Yes. Nice to see you, Facebook. Nice to see you, YouTube. Come on over to gangstagrass.tv and we will wrap up the stream
Absolutely.
with our
Thank
sneak
you for
preview.
tuning in, Kenny Simon Sr.
Yeah.
We will miss you.
We appreciate you.
But come check us on the shout out.
On over to
Right.
On the
Twitch.
Twitch.
Twitch.tv/Gangstagrass Crew. Gangstagrass.tv.
Gangstagrass.tv.
TV.
Right now, we'll see you over there. All right, YouTube going dark.